Hey YouTube, this is Jaden Storm, coach and Team Shadow Strike, and I have another deck profile for you. This is going to be a deck profile on my Blue Flame deck, so here we go. So anyway, guys, like I said, this is Blue Flames. It is a very, very good deck. It does what Gold Paladins do. They spam, 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 and then they spam a little more. It's one of the top decks out there right now that you're going to see easily until set 17 hits, and then even still, it can still present a threat if you use it right. So here we go. For the starter, we use Flaming Passion Liberator Guido. His skill is when your Vanguard is in Legion, you may move him into the Soul and check the top 3 and Superior Call 1, which is going to be a very popular phrase you hear me say in this profile. And also, he has the standard Forerunner ability, but I like him best, even though I did consider the other one Krungle. But Guido is more central. We play 4 Great Wish Liberator Isis and 4 Steelblade Liberator Alwilla for 8 crits. So I mean, you could play more crits than this, but I don't want to play. I don't want to, since our main boss monster has an ability to gain an extra crit. I think 8 is enough. But you're free to play more if you want to. And then I play 4 Liberator Lucky Charmy, which is our draw trigger. And then 4 Numinous Tree Liberator Elchia for 4 heal triggers. So pretty standard build, or pretty standard lineup for a aggressive deck like Gold Paladin. Grade 1s, we play 4 copies of Light Formation Liberator Eardray for 4 perfect guard. I don't want to play Quintet Walls in this deck either. You do plenty of counterblasting, so you really don't want any more. 4 Mayrain Liberator Bruno, which is essential in this deck because we do a lot of superior calling. When this unit is on the rear guard, every time that you superior call something from the deck, he gains plus 3k, so he can get up pretty big in this deck. You can get him up to 13 easy and just create some nasty rows with him. 4 Fast Chase Liberator Josephus. This unit, when he is superior called from the deck, you may Soul Blast 1 Liberator to draw 1 card. So that a special Soul Blast is not going to be a problem because this entire deck is Liberators. And then for the final grade 1, we play 2 copies of Little Liberator Marin, just to have an extra backup attacker. The grade 1, it is kind of, I guess, linear, but it is essential in this deck since we just, our main goal is just to create as big a columns as quickly as possible. Grade 2s, we play 4 Regulation Liberator Aglavale. His abilities are when he attacks and he's on the rear guard, if you have a Blueish Flame Vanguard, which means you're at grade 3. So if either one of your grade 3s is on your Vanguard circle, he gains +2 when he attacks, so he becomes 11k attacker. And also when he is superior called from the deck, you may Soul Blast 1, and you may check the top 5 for a Blueish Flame. So, pretty awesome. And then we play 4 Oath Liberator Aglavale. I do have 1 Legion Rare Aglavale, even though I don't play Prominence Core. I traded the core. But anyway, his ability is when he's placed on the rear guard, you may Counterblast 1, check the top 3 cards of the deck, and superior call a Liberator to an open rearguard circle. That is clear. That is, that is essential. It must be an open rearguard circle. And then finally, I play 3 copies of Liberator Lawful Trumpeter. His ability is when your Vanguard Legions, you look at the top 3 cards of the deck and search for 1 Liberator, call it to an open rear guard. So, again, a common phrase you're going to hear, especially with this deck, since it just superior calls, superior calls, superior calls. And then for the grade 3s, 4 Blueish Flame Liberator Percival. So his ability Seek the Mate. Whenever he legions, you may look at the top 4 cards of the deck and superior call a Liberator, and then put the rest on the bottom of your deck. And then whenever he attacks a Vanguard, he gains +2. So this would be 22 when they attack. So pretty good, you know, pretty standard for a trial deck Legion. But I do like Percival better than the other one, Prominence Core. I just don't think mixing Core in this deck is good. And so then obviously for my last boss monster, I play 4 Blueish Flame Prominence Core. So I don't like mixing Core and Glare together because they both counterblast. I prefer just using Glare because Glare applies more pressure. Glare's ability, Seek the Mate. When your Vanguard is in Legion, when you superior call a unit to the rear guard, you may counterblast 1 and discard a Blueish Flame, which means one of your grade 3s, so you'll have 8 targets. And your Vanguard receives +1 critical and the skill of when your Vanguard attacks, your opponent cannot use grade 1 or higher units to guard. And then his other skill is choose one of your rear guards and retire it. Counterblast 1, and then look at the top 4 cards of your deck, superior call a Liberator from among them, and put the rest on the bottom of your deck in any order. So I would like to point out that Prominence Glare's first skill, Explosion Blue, is not once per turn, so you can use it more than once. That was a mistake I made. But you can get Prominence Core off more than once if you want. But I wouldn't recommend it. I'd prefer just spacing it out as much as possible. But anyway, so 4 Glare, 4 Percival. So guys, that is my Blueish Flame Prominence Glare deck. I really enjoy playing this deck. I just love the artwork. I just wanted to get this deck done as soon as possible so I could just be done with it. It's a really fun deck. It goes very fast since this deck does nothing but superior call. That's just what it's designed to do. But it's a lot of fun to play, and one of the better decks out there to play right now as far as Legion goes. But I really enjoy it. So if you, you know, it is a fun deck to play. So if you are looking for a fun Legion deck, I would recommend Prominence Glare, even though I don't know how expensive exactly the deck would be to build. I can imagine not that much because it's probably all these cards are going to go down in price once 17 gets closer. So, but anywho, very, very, very fun deck. So in the comment section below, please feel free to give me any suggestion that you might have for the deck. Tell me what you think about the deck. If you have any questions, leave them down there, and then make sure you rate, comment, subscribe, thumbs up this video for more deck profiles, discussions, all kinds of fun things I like. And if you have a video idea, feel free to let me know what it is, and I might be able to do it. And if I do end up doing the video, I'll give you a shout out. So thank you very much, guys. Hope you enjoyed it.